It appears the recurring battle over how initiatives make it onto ballots came up with a new twist today. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brooke Buckner.
And I am Rolly Hoyt. The Secretary of State's office rejected the only citizen-led constitutional amendment submitted for this November's election. Organizers say the state constitution needed an amendment that protected another part of the Constitution, the right for citizens to write and pass their own laws.
The measure would eliminate what the group calls political interference from the legislature after it enacted a series of laws that made getting ballot questions approved too cumbersome. Most of those laws have since been blocked by a judge. But that committee found out today more than 108,000 people who signed those petitions will lose their voice over what they call a technicality.
THV 11's Catherine Rowley explains why, by law, the Secretary of State said he needed to toss every signature.
Our job is to make sure that the laws are followed evenly, fairly, and that they are followed to the letter. And that means that if you can't follow the law, you won't be getting on the ballot.
On Thursday, Arkansas Secretary of State Jester announced his office reject the Arkansas Ballot Rights Amendment, even though the Attorney General's office had approved it.
They departed from the Attorney General's approved popular name, and the law is really clear that if you depart from the popular name you get approved, you can't use that. So that disqualified their signatures. But there were some other irregularities as well.
Jester says that his review uncovered additional problems.
There were signatures from out of state. There were places where notaries had signed blank lines. There were places where you could see that someone had written their name twice in a row, and there were thousands of duplicate signatures, just some really odd and a little disconcerting things.
But Bill Kopsky, who led the effort to get the amendment to appear on the ballot, says Thursday's decision came as a shock. He says that the group added 2026 to the petition packets, but the amendment itself did not change while gathering signatures.
The Secretary of State's office themselves approved that petition for circulation last summer, never saying a word about any concerns about the language on it. And now, a year later, they want to cry sour milk over a minor technicality.
Kopsky, who works with the Protect Our Rights Coalition that led the initiative efforts, says duplicate signatures and out-of-state signatures happen in these type of campaigns. But the group believes it collected enough valid signatures to move forward.
Our goal is to ensure that the rights of Arkansas voters, clearly the will of voters is that they want an opportunity to vote on this November, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure they have that opportunity.
And the group says that the battle over the ballot is far from over. In Little Rock, Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.